What's going on, everybody out there on YouTube again? This is Kent. I am coming at you guys again with another YouTube video, and in this video what I'm going to talk about is even though I did spoken on this topic before quite a few times on my old channel Kent TV, but I'm going to talk about it up here again because I haven't spoken on this topic yet up here on my new channel, on my newest channel, on my channel now. But I want to talk about bullying again. I just want to share my stories again, share my bullying story again. And I really feel, for me as for myself, the reason why I do what I do up here on YouTube, I make these videos talking about rejection and the dating scene and depression and mental illness and all that stuff, was because probably because my childhood, I've been bullied by my peers. I've been mistreated. By other people. I've been talked about behind my back by other people. I'm sure everybody goes through that. Everybody has been a victim, of being talked about behind their backs and things like that. But people, they did it to me the most out of everybody else. They did it to me the most. They talked, bad about me the most behind my back and stuff like that. And because when if a person goes through bullying and all that stuff in their childhood, or if they're going through some type of abuse in their family and things like that, that leads to bitterness, anger, depression, anxiety. All these different types of symptoms and mental illnesses and things like that. But it kind of lead me to anger and depression and all that stuff. Because of my childhood and things like that. But I was very small. When I was in high school, I was always I was a very easy target for people. And everybody wanted to pick on me for some reason. You see what I'm saying? I was just the easy target for everybody. Everybody, for no reason, everybody wanted to come and mess with me. I still never understand that. I still never understand that this day to day, man. Everybody want to come and mess with me this day to day, man. And it wasn't me just being bullied at school and all that stuff. Because my time back when I was in high school, I only been out of high school, for a few years now. Back when I was in high school, that's when Facebook was really starting to get popular and things like that. Because at first back then, my freshman, I think I think I was in middle school. I don't know, somewhere around that time, around 2007 or somewhere around there, 2007, somewhere around there, 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. Remember at first, everybody was on MySpace and things like that. Everybody was on MySpace at first, kind of like back in 2007 and 2008. Everybody was on MySpace, and like coming towards in 2009 and 2010 and 2011, everybody was on Facebook, right? By the time I was in high school, I was, everybody was on Facebook, and I used to get cyberbullied. The reason why I brought up social media was because I used to always get cyberbullied on Facebook. People would say mean, hurtful, insulting stuff to me and all that stuff, and some people, some of the people who were saying some of the people were saying the mean, hurtful stuff to me, they didn't get away with it. They actually got caught by the school, and they had got suspended for it. But most of the time when kids bully me, and when kids, when they harass me and things like that, most of the time they did get away with it. But as for the cyberbullying, they didn't get away with it. People always, it's just the thing, it's just the name calling, all that stuff, and people, and a lot of people say that, words can't hurt you and things like that. I really feel that's a bunch of crap. Words can hurt you, because there are people out there who are much more sensitive, than other people when it comes to words. You know what I'm saying? You could say the most meanest, most hurtful thing to somebody, and they could take that to heart. You know what I'm saying? They may hold that in. They may hold on to that, for a very, 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 very long time, in order for them to let that go. And what you said to them, they could hold on to that grudge for 30 or 40 some years. You know what I'm saying? And people say that words can't hurt you and things like that. I really feel, that's a bunch of bull crap, and words can hurt you to a degree. Words can hurt you, But you know, for me as myself, me coming up and all that stuff, I always have been a very you know, I always have, you know, been a very, very, very sensitive person. You know, it's always, you know, I tend to take everything personally on the things that people say to me, whether it's constructive criticism or some other stuff. Even though people are not giving me constructive criticism, you know, people are just being overall disrespectful, and people who are just trying to be overall disrespectful, like I said, and they try to overall insult me on purpose. You see what I'm saying? Tend to take that very personally, man, because I don't take things lightly. I get, you know, I don't take things like that. I guess since I take everything personally, I guess that, you know, I have feelings, I have emotions. All right, I'm a human being just like you. All right. I have to pee, you have to pee, alright? I'm a human being just like you. I eat, you eat, alright? I'm a human being just like you, alright? You know, but you know, I tend to, you know, take everything personally, man. I just always have been that way. That's just how I always been, you know, my whole entire life, man. But as for the bullying, all that stuff, you know, bullying could really have it really can have an effect on the person, whether it's mentally, physically, you know, emotionally, verbally. You know, bullying could really have an effect on somebody, man. It really defines them as a person, man, if you're a victim of being bullied and being teased and being picked on, things like that. And here's my situation, man. Here's my problem, what people tell me. You know, because people know, you know, people who are in my life, you know, they know that I've been bullied, I've been picked on. You know, I have, you know, been mistreated by other people when I was in high school and middle school and in elementary school and things like that. And they want to tell me, "Oh, Kent, just let it go, man. Just move on with your life." Here's my problem, man. You can't just let things go, man. You can't just let things go. It really depends, man. You can't just let things go, man. It takes time. You know, it takes time to let things go. You know, let things that have really hurted you in the past, you know, letting those things go. People want to tell you to just let it go because they're not a victim of being bullied, because, you know, they don't know what's it like to be bullied, what's it like to be harassed, and what's it like to be picked on and stuff like that. They just want to tell you just to let it go. And I encourage you guys, you know, don't listen to people who tell you just to let it go. If they never been bullied in their life, then they don't know what they're talking about, all right? Because if you're a victim of being bullied, you know, you still have flashbacks, you know, this day to day. Shook the camera, but I'm not ashamed to admit that, you know, here on camera, you know, I have flashbacks all the time on how I got bullied and how I got picked on and how I got mistreated by other people, man. I have flashbacks all the time, and me just thinking about it, you know, it really pisses me off, man. It really makes me mad just even thinking about it. Like when those thoughts just come back, when those thoughts just pop into my head, just come to my head, you know, it just pisses me off. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, people have said I was ugly. Women have said that I was unattractive. You know, some girls have said that I look like a gorilla and things like that. I look like a monkey and things like that. Some girls said I was ugly and all that stuff. And people said I was a loser. People said I was lame and things like that. You know, just that, you know, that name calling could really have an effect on somebody, man. And some of you guys may think that's kind of, you know, that's a little kind of petty name calling. That ain't petty name calling, man. Name calling is name calling, man. Insult is an insult, no matter what it is, man. I see it as that way, you know. An insult is an insult, you know. But, you know, that's kind of the reason why I kind of, you know, do what I do today, make these YouTube videos and stuff, because I've been bullied, I've been mistreated by other people, and I tend to let my anger out, let my frustrations out on this video. I'm just venting, you know, that's all I'm doing. And there's nothing wrong with venting up here on YouTube, man, to let all your anger out, let all your frustrations out, because I feel when I do that, you know, it makes me feel better. You know, it gets things off my chest, and I could just continue to do the things that I need to do because it's all out of my chest. You know, it's not good to hold stuff in. You have to let that anger out in some type of way. And by me making these videos and doing these vlogs, I try to let my anger out in a non-violent way. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, that bullying stuff, man, that bullying is no joke, man. I've been cyber bullied and all that stuff, man. And I'm gonna share this story again, man. You guys could make fun of me and rub it in my face all you want. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care, man. I'm just up here just venting, and I'm up here just to share my story. All right. You know, whether I don't care who likes or doesn't like it. You know, if you don't, if you know, I'm sure I'm gonna have some stupid idiot in the comment section. Oh, can you say the same stuff over and over and over again? Well, I don't care, man. It's my channel. If I want to say the same stuff over and over and over again, then so be it. All right, you can't control what I do up here on my YouTube channel. All right, now since I got that out the way, you know, kind of me, because I'm gonna share the story again. You know, my freshman year in high school, you know, I was very small, I was very short, I was very skinny. You know, my freshman year in high school. You know, and these two guys, you know, these two guys, they were taller than me. They had to be at least 6 feet tall, 6 feet or 6'1". You know, they're at least 6 feet tall or above. You know what I'm saying? They had, you know, they were on the football team as well. You know, they were on the football team, and they had tried to, you know, pick me up and throw me in the garbage can, which they managed to do, man, because I was very small, and I went and I was in the garbage can. You know, I fell on the ground and things like that, and I had, you know, back in high school, people, they give you chocolate milk and all that stuff for lunch, and they give you like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. You know, I had all that stuff all over my clothes, chocolate milk and white milk, and I had a old nasty peanut butter and jelly sandwich and things like that. Sometimes, you know, after in high school, they give you pizza and all that stuff for lunch. I had all that nasty stuff all over my clothes and things like that. And as I fell on the ground, man, as I got up, man, everybody was looking, man. You know, in high school, everybody they call it the quad, you know, the little hangout area where everybody eats lunch and chill out and hang out with their little friends and their little cliques and their groups and things like that. All this took place in the quad, right? But you know, I had fell on the ground, right, and everybody was looking, man. I had all that nasty food and drink, all that nasty food and milk all over me and stuff like that. Everybody was looking, and everybody was laughing at me and things like that. And people bullied me, and people constantly teased me about it, you know, for the whole entire school year, man, and all that really leads me to have a lot of anger in my heart towards other human beings. You see what I'm saying? Because my bullying situation, man, it lead me to have a lot of anger and have a lot of rage in my heart towards other human beings, man. Because people constantly bully me, and people constantly will make fun of me and tease me about that, man. You know. And here's another thing. I forgot to tell you the story where I was dragged around the hallway and things like that. You know, this little punk, you know, of course, this was a black person who did it. You know, this is one particular black person who will always give me a hard time, right? Who always bully me, you know, who will always give me a hard time, right? He would, you know, him and his little stupid little homeboys, you know, they would grab me, because it was the winter time. You know, it was raining and things like that. It was the winter time. They would grab me because I had a black hoodie on, a black sweatshirt on, right? And they would you know, they would drag me around. They'll grab me by the hood. You know, it has the hood on the back. When you put your sweatshirt on, it has the hood, right? They grab me by my hood and pick me up and just, you know, just drag me around the hallway, man. And people were looking, man. And there was people were looking. There was a girl that I liked, that I had a crush on at the time. She was looking too, and she was all saying, "Well, why you guys are being so mean to him?" and all that stuff. And she was sitting there laughing too, like when she said, "Why you guys are being so mean to him?" She was being very sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? She was laughing at me, man. You know. And, you know, I got dragged around the hallway. Nobody did nothing, man. The teacher saw it. The teacher didn't do nothing. And, you know, she gonna tell me, she gonna say, "Well, Kim, well, leave the hallway if you don't want them to harass you. Your job as a teacher, your job is to, you know, make sure students don't get bullied and things like that. You're not even gonna send them to the office or anything. She's just gonna sit there and let those stupid niggas bully me, man, and pick on me." And that's the reason why I don't like most niggas this day to day. Yes, I said it, they're niggas. Bunch of wannabe thugs, they're niggas. And I hate niggas. You know, and they will bully me and pick on me and all that stuff. And nobody wouldn't do nothing, man. That led me to more anger, more rage. You know what I'm saying? and I'm still, you know, upset that the fact that, you know, nobody helped me, nobody wasn't there for me, man. People just sat there and let the kids bully me. Because me as for myself, I was raised, you know, I come from a very wealthy family. You know, I was raised, you know, to handle things, you know, in a non-violent way. You see what I'm saying? I was raised to handle things in a non-violent way. You know, but if I have to defend myself, I'll defend myself nowadays. You know, since I'm older now, I'm out. I graduated high school. You know, I have every right to, you know, defend myself. You know, but back when I was in high school, though, you know, I was a pacifist. You know, I'm still that way this day to day. You know, there's a car passing by. I'm still that way this day to day, man. I'm a pacifist, man. I just refuse to get violent or get physical with anybody, man, because I don't want to end up, you know, causing a whole bunch of controversy or causing a whole bunch of chaos. You see what I'm saying? I'm just that type of person, man. I try to, you know, handle things in a non-violent way, man. But sometimes when people push you to the limit, man, you have to handle things in a I wouldn't say violent way, but you have to handle things in a much more aggressive way. You see what I'm saying? But it's difficult, man. Because I've been bullied. I've been cyber bullied as well. People have told me that I was ugly. I need to go kill myself and things like that. Because people just saying overall disrespectful, hurtful stuff to me. You see what I'm saying, man? But it's just difficult just to let that stuff go, man. People want to tell me, okay, you just gotta let that stuff go, man. You're not a victim of being bullied. You don't know what it's like to be bullied and what's it like to be constantly being mistreated by people. What's it like to constantly be harassed and be talked about behind your back by people. You don't know what it's like. You gonna tell me to let it go? Don't even listen to people who tell you that, man. If they're not a victim of being bullied or being teased or being harassed in a verbal, physical, or mental way, or possibly up here on the internet, man, cyberbullying, man. Don't listen to people, man, who tell you just to let it go, because it's difficult to let things go. It takes time to heal from things like heal from stuff like that, man. You know, it's been years since all this stuff has happened, man. But I just, because when those thoughts just come to my head, it just pisses me off. You know, just thinking about it. You see what I'm saying? And it's very difficult for me, you know, to let those type of things go, man. But bullying is something, you know, to just not deal with, man. I've been cyberbullied, and that's for up here on YouTube. I'm being cyberbullied right now, man. I see it, man. I see it. I just don't say nothing, but I see it, man. I'm being cyberbullied up here on YouTube, man. People saying disrespectful stuff to me, man. I see it, man. I just don't say nothing. I see everything, but I just don't say nothing, man. That shows you how, you know, cruel people are in this world, man. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like most human beings, and that's the reasons why I don't associate myself around most people, man. And that's the reason why I isolate myself away from most people, man. Because most people are two-faced and they don't care about you. They just try to talk bad about you behind your back, man. Most people will do that, man. That's the reason why I stay to myself, man. I stay in my own lane now, man, since I'm older now. But that's pretty much, you know, all I gotta say in this video. You know, I just want to make this video and just, you know, share my bullying story and things like that. I just wanted to, you know, speak on that and vent a little bit about it and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video, man. Bullying is nothing to play around with. If you're a person out there, if you're being bullied or being harassed by somebody, man, if you don't want to tell nobody, which I can understand that you don't want to be a snitch, if you don't want to tell anybody, just stand up for yourself, man. You have every right to defend yourself. Just fight back. If you fight back, maybe they'll leave you alone. If you ignore them, there's a possibility that they'll leave you alone, man. But that's pretty much all I gotta say in this video, man. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.